Hello guys, welcome back. In the previous video, you understood how to find the sum of the elements of the array. So in this video, let's try to understand how do you find the maximum and minimum in the array. So if you observe, the given input is the value 5 and there are 5 elements. In these elements, the maximum is the value 23 and the smallest value is the value -4. So already size is scanned and we have declared an array of the same size and the elements into the array also is scanned. So the loop is beginning from the index 0, we go until the index size. So as the size is 5, so we start from the index 0 until the value. Let's deep dive into the logic. So how do you find the maximum in the array? So here if you observe, there are 5 values. So among these values, how do you know which is the max? We don't know. So what we try to do, let's assume that the scenario of a classroom. So you want to go and find the person who got the highest marks. So with what you will try to do? So you don't know who is having the highest. So you can't go and even ask. So what you will try to do? So what we'll be doing at this place is, we'll try to first take the first value over here. So what is the first value we got? The first value is 11. So we will assume that this is the highest or this is the smallest. So based on this value, you start comparing the values from the index 2. So what is the index 2? I mean the second element, not the index 2. So you start comparing from the index 1, meaning the second element, because already you assume that the first element might be the maximum or it might be the minimum, because again you don't want to compare the first. Even though if you try to compare the first one, it doesn't make any sense. So means what did we do? We went to a classroom, we took the first person marks as the maximum marks, and then we start comparing the maximum marks with the second person. So now here in this case, we have understood that this is the max value. Let's take a variable called max. So in that we put the value 11. All right. So now let's go. So 11, is 11 smaller than the value 3? No. Basically we start our I value from the index I. Cool. Is 11 smaller than the value -3? No. So again I is increased. All right. Is 11 smaller than the value 8? Still no. Again I is increased. Is 11 smaller than the value 23? Yes. So 11 is smaller than the value 23. So then what we are supposed to do? We need to make the value 23 as the highest. Means we will erase the current value which is maximum and will replace our maximum with the value 23. So then this will also be the value 23. So again I value is increased. Then again you compare the value 23 with -4. Is 23 smaller than -4? No. So this is how you find the maximum value. After this, the I value is increased. You went beyond the loop and we are done. So the same way you are supposed to do it for the minimum value as well. So now what we'll be trying to do over here is, so we'll take variables called min as well as max. So in max, what are we trying to hold? We are trying to hold the first value. What is the first value? ARR of 0. Similarly, in min, what we'll be trying to store? The first value as well. So max would be of 0, min would be of 0. So where do we start from our loop? We start our loop from I to 0. We go until the size. Every time the value of I is increased by 1. All right. So now next, we just go check if. If when did you modify the maximum? We modified the maximum whenever maximum is smaller than the current. How do you access the current? Current value is ARR of I. If max is smaller than ARR of I, max equals to ARR of I. In the same fashion, you do the opposite for minimum. If minimum is greater than of ARR of I, so you make min equals ARR of I. That's all. So this is how you just close it. So loop closure is done. So once you are done, go print the max as well as min. So %ld /n %ld, so write max followed by min. So the same logic, let's try to see in the online compiler. Let me just copy this code. All right, let's go to online C compiler. So let's write int max to ARR of 0, the first value. Min is also to ARR of 0, the first value. So let's paste the code, what we have written over there. Let me properly align it. All right. Done. So now let's try to run it. So giving the size 5. So what are the elements did we took? 11 minus 3, 8, 23 followed by minus 4. So the highest value is 23 and the smallest value is minus 4. So we got those two values. So this is how you try to find the maximum and minimum elements in the array. That is all for this video. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.